Lewis Hamilton's debut with Ferrari was supposed to be a dream come true, but instead it turned into a nightmare. The Australian Grand Prix qualifying session was meant to mark the start of a thrilling new chapter for the seven-time world champion, but what unfolded was a shocking reality check. Ferrari, a team with championship aspirations, was expected to dominate alongside McLaren and Red Bull. Their preseason testing had been promising, and early practice sessions in Melbourne hinted at a car capable of fighting at the front. But when it mattered most, everything fell apart. Hamilton qualified in P8, while his teammate Charles Leclerc managed only P7, both far behind the front runners. The gap to McLaren's pole position was a staggering 0.8 of a second, leaving fans and experts alike wondering what went wrong. Hamilton didn't hold back in his post-session comments, admitting he was caught off guard by Ferrari's lack of pace. But this isn't just about one bad day, it raises bigger questions about Ferrari's season and whether they can recover. Stay with us as we dive into Hamilton's candid reaction and what this epic fail means for Ferrari's future. After months of anticipation, Lewis Hamilton's move to Ferrari had the entire Formula One world buzzing. The seven-time world champion leaving Mercedes, the team where he made history, to join the iconic Scuderia Ferrari was a storybook moment. Fans and analysts alike were eager to see how Hamilton would adapt to the famous red car, and Ferrari's preseason testing only added to the excitement. The SF25 looked strong, showing promising pace and reliability, while early practice sessions in Melbourne seemed to confirm that Ferrari was ready to challenge McLaren and Red Bull at the front. The stage was set for a blockbuster start to the 2025 season, with Hamilton expected to hit the ground running. But as qualifying day arrived, the pressure was immense. All eyes were on Hamilton. Could he deliver a standout performance in his very first session with Ferrari? The expectations were sky high, and the stakes even higher. Little did anyone know the reality would be far from the dream everyone had imagined. As the qualifying session unfolded, it quickly became clear that something was off. Ferrari, a team that had shown so much promise just days earlier, was struggling to find its rhythm. When the final laps of Q3 came to an end, the results were shocking. Lewis Hamilton could only manage P8, while his teammate Charles Leclerc finished just one spot ahead in P7. For a team with championship ambitions, this was a devastating blow. But what made it even more alarming was the gap to the front runners. McLaren's Lando Norris stormed to pole position, leaving Ferrari trailing by a staggering 0.8 of a second. To make matters worse, Ferrari wasn't just behind McLaren and Red Bull, they were also outperformed by Racing Bulls and Williams, with Yuki Tsunoda and Alex Albon securing P5 and P6. It was a result no one saw coming, and it left fans and analysts stunned. How could a team with so much potential fall so far behind when it mattered most? The drama of qualifying had set the stage for a race day filled with uncertainty and questions about Ferrari's true capabilities. After the session, Lewis Hamilton didn't hold back in his assessment of Ferrari's performance. Speaking to the media, he admitted, "I definitely wasn't expecting to be 0.8 off today. There's a lot to analyze for sure." For a driver of Hamilton's caliber, known for squeezing every ounce of performance out of his car, such a gap was hard to swallow. He also opened up about the challenges of adapting to the Ferrari SF25, describing it as fundamentally different from the Mercedes cars he's driven for over a decade. While he acknowledged the steep learning curve, Hamilton seemed to embrace the challenge, saying, "It's been an intriguing process, and I'm enjoying it." But beneath his optimism was a clear sense of concern. He knows that for Ferrari to compete at the highest level, there's a lot of work to be done. Hamilton's determination to improve was evident, but his comments also hinted at the pressure he's under to help turn things around. It's a delicate balance, staying positive while addressing the harsh reality of Ferrari's struggles. Charles Leclerc, Ferrari's longtime star, was equally baffled by the team's sudden struggles. Reflecting on the session, he said, "In Q3, it felt like a completely different machine, and I don't know why." His frustration was palpable, especially after Ferrari had shown such strong pace in practice. Leclerc, who has been with the team for years and knows the car inside out, was left searching for answers. His comments highlighted a worrying inconsistency in the SF25's performance, something Ferrari can't afford if they want to challenge for wins. But beyond the technical issues, there's another layer to this story: the dynamic between Leclerc and Hamilton. Leclerc has been Ferrari's golden boy for years, but Hamilton's arrival has added a new dimension to the team. While both drivers are focused on improving the car, there's an unspoken pressure to outperform each other. For Leclerc, this qualifying disaster isn't just about the car, it's about proving he can still lead the team even with a legend like Hamilton by his side. With qualifying behind them, Ferrari now faces an uphill battle on race day. Starting from P7 and P8, Hamilton and Leclerc have their work cut out for them, especially with the added complication of potential rain. Wet conditions could either be an opportunity for Ferrari to shine, or expose even more weaknesses in the SF25. Hamilton himself admitted he's never driven the car in the rain, adding another layer of uncertainty to an already challenging situation. But beyond Sunday's race, this performance raises bigger questions about Ferrari's season. If they're already struggling this much in qualifying, what does that mean for their championship hopes? McLaren and Red Bull have shown they're in a league of their own, and Ferrari can't afford to play catch-up this early in the year. The bigger concern is whether the SF25 has the potential to improve. Is this just a temporary setback, or is it a sign of deeper issues with the car's design and development? For a team with Ferrari's history and resources, this kind of performance is simply unacceptable. The pressure is on, not just for the drivers, but for the entire team to find solutions, and fast. As Ferrari looks ahead to the race, strategy will be key to salvaging any points from a difficult weekend. With both Hamilton and Leclerc starting outside the top 6, the team will need to make bold decisions, whether it's tire management, pit stop timing, or taking advantage of changing weather conditions. A strong start and clever tactics could help them climb through the field, but it won't be easy with so many competitive cars ahead. Beyond this race, the bigger question is what this means for Ferrari's season. Can they close the gap to McLaren and Red Bull, or will they spend the year playing catch-up? Hamilton's experience and leadership could be crucial in turning things around, but it's clear that Ferrari has a lot of work to do. For now, all eyes are on Melbourne to see if the team can bounce back. What do you think? Can Ferrari recover from this rocky start, or is this a sign of deeper issues that could haunt them all season? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think about Ferrari's chances and how Hamilton's move is shaping up so far. The drama of the Australian Grand Prix is far from over, and the race promises to be just as unpredictable as qualifying. Will Ferrari find a way to turn their fortunes around, or will their struggles continue? Stay tuned for our race day coverage, where we'll break down all the action, analyze Ferrari's performance, and see if Hamilton and Leclerc can fight their way back into contention. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on all the twists and turns of the 2025 F1 season, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The season is just getting started, and you won't want to miss a moment of the drama. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.